It's recording.
It's recording. So today we'll talk about how to be free. Yes, very important.
To be free and to find absolute enlightenment.
Of course, not partial. And we have two selves, one self, whatever you want to call it, one and the same. So all that. So in my experience, freedom is this is what is and it's already present here. But that doesn't really bother me because I'm very interested to see how freedom expresses from somebody else and how to be free.
And freedom, really, there's no trick to it. So maybe I can share some of my own experiences to help you, viewers, whoever you are, to find that ultimate place of everything, all that is, because that really is all that exists. And maybe with some of your insightful words.
No, I have
We,
nothing to say.
I
I have
don't
nothing
have,
to say. There's an experience that appears apparently that you cannot be free for whatever reason, and whatever reason you believe that there is to not be free, is it a valid reason?
yeah, because anything that you see as a reason to not be free, whether you're upset because you want to feel a certain way or achieve something and have some grand end result, it really, that's your opportunity to have freedom. Because say you're upset and you feel anger. Oh, you feel angry and you don't want to feel angry, but the more that you resist that anger, the more you're pushing away from, and then you're in denial of what is. You're angry, feel it, accept it, and
Be free to be
be
angry.
free to be angry. Yeah.
Mm.
Or yeah, and if you think that you have to have a certain job and make a certain amount of money and that will give you happiness, it can be fun to play and create this and invest your thoughts into it, and enjoy the ride while you're getting there. But it's always in the future, or you're trying to collect something from the past, and it really is just the present moment and being still and feeling your body. You can feel a difference when you're present. Your body relaxes, your muscles feel loose and good, and your breath changes. You're aware of your surroundings, and yeah, you can't fight your true loving self, your true yourself. You can fight yourself, but it's not very fun.
Because how does freedom feel to you? What is free? What is freedom? Experience of freedom in your experience? How do you? How are you free?
It feels like the world is a playground. Like you can take anything in your surrounding and use it to get to lead you to where you want to go. You don't always have to know. For me, freedom is not knowing, because once you fall in love with not knowing and you're okay with that vulnerability and that uncomfortability, then you can do anything. You're boundless. You can achieve whatever comes next, and that sense of acceptance and wanting, being happy with what comes next is freedom. And I really don't think there's anything else that we need to be happy in life. If there is, then go do it and enjoy it and love it. But it with love, with passion, or being in bliss, it also it can't exist without the downfall of it, or the side, like, giving into any emotion like that is going to ultimately take you away from the present moment, so you can enjoy it if you want, but it's always more enjoyable in the present moment. You can feel it in your body.
And the good part of it is if you do discover freedom, and it's not really about even discovering, but recognizing what apparently makes you believe that you're not free, and it's only a belief because you are free, and you recognize and discover your true state as a free being, then certainly you will not suffer from freedom. It's not going to be a sad experience. Oh, I'm so free, my gosh. Unless you're so sick of freedom, and even then, well, you're at least gonna be sick in freedom.
and and that's great. That's excellent if you can accept that those feelings, because it's the obstacle that gives you what you're looking for. And I think that it's just that running away and avoiding the feelings of what you're looking for, that the feeling of wanting something else, that the feeling of resistance that ultimately is between you and freedom.
So in that way, I guess we can say that freedom is here now for those who are here now to enjoy it. And those who want for freedom and look for it, well, they cannot see it because they look somewhere else than here and now.
Yeah. It's the biggest joke ever of the universe.
Here you go. Freedom story. how to be free, and yet there's nothing to do for you to be free. And unless you want to be a doer in freedom, you can chase it, but that will take longer than just noticing that you are already free. That nothing keeps you from freedom but your own idea of not being free. And if you remove that, not even remove, if you recognize that this is an idea that I'm not free, and this is an idea that I want to be free. You don't want to be free if you are free. You want to be free if you feel that you're not. But if you recognize that you are free, why to want to be free? It's that. It's already here. It's now.
And I used to think that you needed to practice doing this process of coming back to the moment in order to be free. But it's not true, because a length of time, sure, that's a stream of consciousness, of awareness, but you can't do anything in the past or the future. Your action is always comes from the present moment. So I challenge you to not be free. Do it.
Try if you can. Don't be free. Be stuck in whatever if you can. Because truly you're free, and you've always been like that. There was a delusion and belief that you're not, but right now, this very moment, we're calling for your consciousness into this moment to observe what is true. Could it be true that you only believe that you're not free? Could it be true that it's only a thought that you're not free? Could it be true that it's a thought that I want freedom, that you need freedom? And could it not be true that if you withdraw from all of this and just stay quiet and observe what is, maybe you'll recognize that this is your experience. And experiment always and see. Don't believe in this bullshit. we look like two stupids talking about some nonsense. And we don't care because we're free to look like it.
Yeah, anything that you come up with, it's boundless. The opportunities, whatever you want to choose to believe, they are, and know that there is no right or wrong or good or bad. It's just whatever comes next, whatever feels, whatever happens is ultimately always going to be the right way, the right path. Sitting on a bench talking about nothing could be accepted, or people could think that you're crazy or on drugs, or really super intelligent and a professor from a university. But you know, it's ultimately it doesn't matter.
And freedom shouldn't matter anything more than your breakfast, because it's nothing to achieve, nothing to gain out of it, just to enjoy what is. And if you can enjoy this moment, you can enjoy the freedom. If you cannot enjoy the moment, well, likely you won't be able to enjoy the freedom also. So it's about bringing your attention into the self in however way, as she said. Whatever emotion, whatever comes and arises, whatever is there present, what you would not want it to be there, is actually calling for your attention to accept it because it is. And bringing your attention to the present, no matter whatever it is the ultimate way. Just becoming aware, and instead of letting your attention wander in the head and the thoughts how bad it is or how good it could be or whatnot, just noticing that's just as this duck agrees with us. That's all that you need. Call for your attention as the duck. Call your attention however way into the self, into the moment. See that, oh, there's my body is tense, my body is not feeling right. My attention was somewhere directed in the thoughts, not in this very moment. And that's it. It's done. It's only a recognition. You don't have to keep practicing this. It's what is there to practice if you know the truth? Do you need to practice the truth? Do you need to practice to be the self? Practice to be natural. How do you do that?
Yeah.
Be normal. Be the way you always are. It's impossible. It's you are. You cannot become that what you are already.
And it's actually really humorous and funny to watch a part of you that wants to pretend and believe thoughts that aren't even real, because when they come up, when you actually come back to the moment and you can see that that, oh, what you're wearing isn't in style or has a certain, is supposed to look a certain way. Does it actually really matter? I mean, not at all. And it's hilarious to play with, and your stomach actually hurts a lot. It's a good ab workout. It can be. Yeah.
And then, how to not be free? That's a tricky question for those who are free, because you're kind of stuck in freedom, but stuck in a good way, not in a bad way. Stuck in a joyous way. That you can too much freedom, too much joy, too much love, and still it's not enough. It always seems to be just the right thing, the right moment, and if you feel that it's not the right moment for you to be free right now, well, great, choose not freedom. But if you feel that this is the right moment for you to become aware of what is true, to become true to your freedom, why not now? Why to wait 5 more minutes and maybe 5 more years or whatnot? Why not now use this opportunity as a guidance into your natural state? Not as a belief, not as a practice, but an observation, an experiment with observation. So you always must bring it into your own experience. Otherwise, you can only talk about experience of freedom of others. But what's the point to talk about other freedom if it's not your freedom?
Yeah, because the mind really isn't trustworthy. You can pretend you think you know someone else's experience of their life or of freedom or of happiness, but ultimately you only know what you're experiencing in the moment. Even if you thought you felt sad or upset the day before or 2 years ago or however many, you don't actually know for sure. So the only thing you can really control is now, and why would you want to control anything else? It's impossible to do that anyway. So
And even now, I cannot really control. I guess it's just
you can't.
an
Yeah,
appearance of some sort of relative choice or control is there, but it's not really in your control.
it really does just happen.
It's hard to be not free if you know the truth, and the truth is you're free. So here you go. And you should see a bird probably.
Yeah,
Show them a bird. How free they are. Oh, see, they've been moving for you.
no rules, just being.
Just like that. Free to be just as you are.
Nice.